All right.
Don't you laugh at me.
I'm sorry. In the upper right, we have our Terran player barely coming back in that last game. It looked like he wasn't going to make it, but he did. He is
Liquid TaeJa.
Again, Valentine's Day candy on the keyboard. Bottom left, we have our Zerg player playing better than we've ever seen him play before with superb late game. He is
MVP DongRaeGu.
wow. These guys both look so intense while they're playing. So
well,
much on the
line.
line.
But I see what you mean. Oh, well, TaeJa, what are you doing with that SCV? Just checking to see if there's going to be a hatchery there. Oh, no, never mind. Thought he was checking to see if there's going to be a hatchery put there, but instead, he's trying to block the hatchery that's going to go there. Instead, he
yeah, it makes sense.
Well, I guess the
he's
barracks
going to break
there.
the barracks over there and then float it over to the Zerg's expansion and land it before the hatchery can be made.
Well, maybe just with that barracks there, he's going to cancel it at the last second. Just making sure the hatcher can't go there first.
He's going to be. Now this is not an all-in.
Yep.
This is just an aggressive Terran opener.
He's barely going to miss this.
Yeah, it's set up so that it goes just out of the guy's vision.
Yeah. Of course, he knows that DongRaeGu is drone scouting recently, so you got to keep in touch with the trends of Zergs. It's like the most important thing is to know whether they drone scout or not.
I feel like at this point in time in Coda S, you'd be crazy not to drone scout.
You would be crazy not to drone scout.
I mean, why on earth would you not do that? Of all the
to gain a few extra minerals.
I know, but really, I mean, when there's this much cheesing going on, and there's this many builds tailored to take out specific players with specific play styles.
So, with this double barracks play, anything could happen.
This is probably not going to end the game with a win for TaeJa, but it probably will force DongRaeGu to potentially lose some drones.
Yeah, imagine if he could get the hatchery. Then suddenly DongRaeGu is thinking, wow, am I even going to move up to the next round? This could be a terrible thing for DongRaeGu. We'll see what TaeJa wants to actually commit. How many SCVs will he bring? Looks like he's going to have 3. No, 4. Okay, 4 SCVs. All right. So wait, is that 5 SCVs he brought?
He's actually pretty committed here.
1, 2, 3, 4, and yeah, I think he has 5 up here now. So,
all right, he's getting some SCVs over here. Nice kiting.
Ooh, some really nice micro by both players.
Bunker going down. Nope. Bunker going down again.
Spine starts very smart.
Another bunker, and a third bunker goes down.
Well, that's a good way to do it. This is a little bit rough. This is going to give him a lot of free hits. Oh, that was not a cancel. That was a kill.
No,
so that's a big deal.
Big mess up there.
Yeah, and in fact, he's going to... Oh, he almost gets a surround off. Surrounds one.
Watch, he makes another bunker and walls him in.
Look at this. He's got most of the SCVs so far. Looks like there's 3 SCVs left over.
And no, these bunkers are going to finish. These Marines are going to kite back. Oh, actually kite forward. Yoink.
Oh, and
he actually hit the SCV. Look at that.
He loaded 1 SCV total.
Yeah. But he can repair that now.
Oh, yeah, that's very useful. But it doesn't reach the hatch. It just barely doesn't reach the hatch. And this makes the spine crawlers much more powerful. He's going to continue to make a lot of...
I was going to say, he should have done that a little bit quicker there.
Yeah. DongRaeGu's going to have to think about grabbing a gas real quick in his main.
Yep. They got more Marines coming down here.
And that's all the Marines for TaeJa. He's lifted off those barracks. So, okay. Looks like TaeJa has stabilized. Now, DongRaeGu with 14 wings and 4 more on the way, you might be able to kill off all these Marines. This is going to give him map control. Yeah. Very well done by TaeJa.
I'm kind of surprised he didn't salvage that bunker. You know?
Yeah, he was definitely too busy microing that to salvage. So, but that was definitely a mistake, no question about it.
Yeah.
All right, so let's take a look at where this game is sitting.
Let's do it.
We have 17 drones, 18 SCVs. Of course, with another queen popping out, we should be seeing a lot more. I'm not even going to say what the Terrans do because we already know what happens after your 2 Rexes and kill them. But he's
3 command centers. No, don't give it away. Tasteless.
Let's let them all be in for a surprise. Yeah. So DongRaeGu, he actually dealt with that pretty well, I have to say. He ended up losing only 2 drones, whereas he killed off all 5 of the SCVs that were over there. So that's pretty good overall. You can't be too upset with that. And this game may even normalize
All right, nice job here by TaeJa. Doing whatever it takes to just get a little bit more ahead. And actually, this is kind of cool by TaeJa. He's actually going to push it again. This is not as common. But it can be good because Zerg's probably turning up now. He's like, what? He's like, what?
Yeah, that's what I'm normally like.
Yeah, man. We have more drones just mining with gas. Link speed is finally on the way at the 8-minute marker, which goes to show you how intense the skirmishes were early on. That everything's going to seem to be coming out a little bit later here. The third command center completes, and we'll become an orbital next. Oh, I see. He wants to deny this.
I like it. I love when I see a 2-rack player do something like this. In fact, yeah, this is a pretty heavy amount of pressure. He's going to be able to kill a few Lings.
Nice save there. But it doesn't mean that he's gotten the third yet. Well, with those Marines leaving, I guess it does. And he's going to go for a stim timing.
Not a terrible choice. I really do appreciate when Terrans continue to make a lot of Marines. We see the side of people like Western Wolf Sting and basically players that do a lot of 2-raxing. You'll see that they'll continue to make Marines and go pressure the third and things like that because Zerg is trying to drone behind it, and Lings don't actually fare that well against big amounts of Marines.
These Marines are actually cut off right now from the other Marines back at home.
They're Rambo Marines.
They are. But it doesn't seem as though DRG's aware of their presence on the map. What?
Are those Marines cut off, TaeJa, or are those Zerglings cut off?
That's a real question.
Like, well, no, the Marines are cut off. I'm like, oh. Okay.
We have at least one of those Marines with the, what is it, Rambo 2, where he's got the bow and arrow.
Huh? Bow and arrow is obviously the best weapon.
Yeah, clearly. Well, Marines are doing a little bit of damage here, but overall the Zerglings are just taking them out. Unfortunately, had they had those Marines grouped together, they would have done a lot more damage. And this is pretty bad when you consider the fact that TaeJa's going for a stim timing.
If you had all of his Marines together, well, he's definitely not going to attack now. If it had done something, he could have. But
exactly.
If he had all his Marines together, he would have slaughtered those Zerglings. But instead, here he is with some of his Marines kind of trapped over on the Zerg side, at least giving him some vision, though. And, I mean, TaeJa is getting ready for the later game. 2 eBays, Starport, and everything's going kind of okay for him, despite losing quite a few units before.
All right, the final remainder of Marines is going to be cleaned up, and map control does go to DRG.
All right. So, both players starting 1-1 at almost precisely the same instant. Looks like DRG started that care pace a little bit before the attack, which started at the same time as his opponent's attack, which started just a millisecond before the opponent's armor. And, probably the barracks slipped off here. This is not as many, Marines as he could have had he gotten the reactor, but this is a different kind of build. Yeah. And you notice he is putting supply depot add-ons onto those barracks. Of course, supply depot add-ons don't help the barracks at all.
No, in fact, they are not even add-ons, contrary to popular belief.
Yeah, no, even though they're called supply depot add-ons.
Yeah, it's a funny thing.
And you even need an SCV to build them. The barracks won't do it all.
Yeah, it's actually, it's just not efficient. But he will have a wall in here once he lifts those barracks off, which will be good.
Well, those Lings not doing too much, but the fact that he sees 2 Hellions and 2 more come down the ramp tells him that at least there's reactor Hellions out, and he now knows that. It's some powerful information. We do have a lot of Zerglings being produced. Now, this is actually, I really like this.
He could probably hit when 1-1 finishes and do a lot of damage at the third, or even at the second.
He might actually just hit the third right now. He has a good amount of Lings, and these Marines don't even have combat shield yet. They do stim and try to run away.
They're running it. They're booking it out of there. And
with no walls coming up.
No surround, excuse me.
If TaeJa was just a hair slower there, then that would have worked out just magnificently for DRG. Instead, it really doesn't do much at all.
So, as you can see, both these guys played very well. Supply is 111 to 118. And the Hellions are now coming up here to the center left. More Banelings are going to be produced as Baneling speed is almost finished. About halfway done, I guess I should say. And, I don't think he's going to attack in here much more. And as I say that, he does attack in here, but... Oh, cool. This actually is going to get a lot of SCVs. It's going to go really well for DRG as long as he can connect this. Oh, my God. TaeJa played so well. TaeJa totally deserved to win that attack.
Oh my God, that was so big. If DRG had split his Banelings half up, half down, that would have gone a lot better for him, but instead TaeJa microed perfectly. DRG made one slight bad decision, slightly bad decision there. And suddenly, TaeJa has a supply lead. He's moving out on the map, and the world is looking like a happy place for him.
Yep, he might be able to deny the bottom center base, the fourth base here for DRG. And I don't know if that's even going to go contested. A counterattack over here as he attempts to hit the rest of these Marines. Now note he can lift up the wall, and Baneling's here to defend, but has he hit the expansion in time? A little bit of a split here, and it looks like the Hellion's going to be shredded, killed within seconds.
That's what Banelings do, Tasteless.
They're pretty good.
They deal all their damage at once.
Yep.
Well, we do have Mutas on the way, that 2-2 upgrade for both players. Another command center coming up for TaeJa. DRG definitely not out of this yet, even though TaeJa had some great defense so far.
He's doing great, actually.
Yeah. It's actually really hard to say who's going to end up taking this. It's not decided at all. I'll be interested to see what he does with those Mutas as they pop out. Is he going to be able to actually get
try to hit the third, or is he just going to try to deny Medivacs?
I feel like it has to be the Medivacs. The turret coverage is too good. The map awareness of TaeJa somehow is too good. He's been blocking absolutely everything this game. So.
By the way, supply is virtually even. We don't have a ton of drones just yet at the fourth base, but we will soon. Burrow is on the way.
Do you know what?
What's up?
There's actually only 2 siege tanks out, and siege mode just started. If he were to go, like, put all of his resources into Banelings right now,
yeah, I see what you're saying.
He would actually break whatever he wanted.
But I mean, would DRG know that TaeJa's got siege mode just now starting at 170 supply? Like, how many games have we cast where that actually occurs?
No, it's so rare, and you're right. And which is why DRG obviously is not going to try such a thing. But just saying, that would be cool. That would be powerful. Well, 2-2 is finishing up, as well as that +1 for Mutas. Hive on the way. You think we're going to see Ultra this game?
Sure. I mean,
I think so.
I don't see why not.
I think Ultra is a good call to start this out, but you know, eventually perhaps a tech switch.
Nice backup there. Regrouping. And it looks like he might want to attack here again. The SCVs are going out. The Marines are going to try to escort them backing up again, and that did force a stim there. That medevac energy is not free.
Whoa, 34 Banes on the way, Tasteless. 34 Banes on the way. That is a lot.
All right, so he's just going to straight up try to deny this.
Well, they're both maxed now, so we're going to see a gigantic flank by DRG. That's what he's getting ready for.
Small attack over here at the center left, but there is no expansion to be found.
Yeah. And this could be
going to attack in here. Whoa, nice finish attack. Regrouping, and he will attack now.
He's going to crush this Tasteless.
Both sides. Here we go.
And that is a lot of Banelings coming in. How many can the Siege Tanks actually kill? I don't know if it's enough. The Marines all starting to fall down. The SCVs as well. And in fact, that planetary very likely to fall, and it does go down.
Kind of surprising to see him running away from those 3 Marines. All right, now that more Marines come down, and DRG retreats. Oh, whoa. Don't lose that. Oh, he didn't pull out quite in time.
A very important moment right there. If he kept those live, he's in much better shape. But as is, DRG lost a lot of the units that were really going to help propel him to a possible victory. But as we have it right now, even though TaeJa lost a big chunk of his army, DRG is just basically remaking Lings and Banelings.
That is very true. Now we see he's going to try to reclaim with another command center that he had already made, a backup command center, the center right. We're going to see if DRG can actually wipe it out again. DRG supply growing rapidly with 22 Lings on the way and 4 Banelings as well.
Well, Ultralisk Cavern is coming down, 3-3 for everyone. We do have DRG. He's remade some of his Mutas, so he can still clean up these medevacs reasonably well. And as TaeJa sees that, he's going to have to be a little bit more careful.
Speaking of medevacs, we have 7 of those with 7 tanks out. Now pushing the 4th over here.
This push being pretty annoying for now. DRG trying to find some way in to do something.
Here we go.
Whoa, this is not timed all together.
Attack.
No, in fact, his Banelings are going after siege tanks and then pulled back, and they basically all die.
That actually is so bad right now for DRG.
Yes.
Muta's being killed again. TaeJa's actually in great shape.
And in these last moments,
God, DRG's falling apart. He's probably going to lose this now.
Literally in the last few seconds, he has fallen apart.
It was neck and neck, and he just screwed up that attack, and that's all it takes, guys.
That is all it takes. You screw up your Banelings and Mutas like that, and a player like TaeJa will roll right through you. Look at that army supply. Doubled for TaeJa. DRG, I don't know what
I
you
don't
could do to
know.
win
Yeah,
this.
he just fell apart, man. That's kind of sad.
Yeah, it is.
They were both playing really well. He just couldn't coordinate that attack well enough. The angles were just too difficult. This is the map that he selected over Whirlwind as well.
Yeah, DRG sticking true to his style, to his taste. But here, you know, that one mistake, the Baneling's going down towards the tanks, and the mistimed flank from above, and the second you mistime a flank, you can lose the entire game of Zerg.
Well, he took that at the bottom right. Center left has been under attack, but it has been salvaged only for now, though. As you can see, the Marines and Siege Tanks now pushing up towards the badly wounded expansion that is now in the orange. A burrowed Ling does now deny the 5th base here from TaeJa. But I don't think that's going to be enough to get DRG back in the driver's seat of this game.
Well, he does have 3-3 finishing up. He is making some infestors. He is getting some Ultralisks. So we'll see if he can get something done with that. But his creep spread has been pushed back time and time again. He just doesn't have much at all. He's down in supply by a good 40. And TaeJa is setting up a tank line, the likes of which the world has never seen.
Indeed, Artosis. Now it's all up to DRG to hang on and stay alive until he can engineer a comeback. I don't know if he can do that.
Well, we've seen a lot of back and forth games today that we didn't think we would, Taste. So I'm going to go ahead and hope that our last one is going to be one of those as well.
Miracles can happen in Kodas. We've seen it before. Now is that moment.
He's got to flank perfectly, and he still has a huge amount of units being created, but he had to hit at
it just
that
got
moment.
completely vaporized. Lances, Mule.
That's it. That's
and
it.
This base will go down, as does GRG. GG.
Wow, TaeJa making it through to a round of 8. Absolute madness. Great play by TaeJa there. DRG played very well as well, but you know, you make a mistake or two, and that is that. Well, DRG obviously very upset with himself.
Wow.
He was in top form this season.
Hey, you
it
know
didn't
what?
work out
He
for
played
him.
really well in this last game. He just did not execute that attack to save his 4th base. TaeJa did.
He played really well. Like, this is actually a season that he had potential to win if things went his way just slightly more, but they didn't. And here we are with DRG falling down, unfortunately, into Kodae.
Well, I do have to say, I think we have to be pleased, at least with the 2 that managed to get out of this group here, TaeJa and Innovation.
That's right. Innovation looking superior to everybody. TaeJa looking absolutely fantastic. DRG looking fantastic as well. And Bomber looking really good, but the other players today were a step ahead of him.
Yeah, I don't know if Innovation can lose in this season of Kodas.
I don't either.
Oh my God, he's scary.
I'm serious, man. I think
he's like
Squirtle
a superhuman.
Squirtle and Life are going to be the ones that can stop him.
I mean, this is scary. Tomorrow, same time, same place. Squirtle, Symbol, Marine King, and Sulky.
That is going to be madness, Tasteless. I cannot wait. What an insane group. Imagine, if you would, Squirtle versus Symbol. Wow. Whoa.
I just did it, and that's the
hold
reaction
on,
I get.
hold on. Imagine, also, if you care to, Marine King versus Sulky.
Oh.
Now, wait.
Right.
What if it was in the same night, and then the winners play the winners, and the losers play the losers?
Oh, my God.
And then to finish it
My
off,
brain just had an orgasm.
the loser of the winner plays the winner of the loser. I know you don't believe it, but tune in tomorrow night and we'll show you just that.
And we'll be here to cast it. Well, I have to say, actually, out of pretty much every GSL Kodas day that we've casted,
this was some of the best.
This was some of the best ones
in a very long
probably
time.
top 5 in a very long time. We've casted a lot, but
games tonight.
definitely recommend your friends check out today's games. I think the earlier ones are better than the later ones, but they were all really good.
I think that's just about it, guys. Make sure you tune in tomorrow and check us out on Twitter. I'm Artosis, and he is calling me Tasteless.
We love you. Good night.